Well, hello, I am Mr. Bones, Rattlem. I don't know the name of this show. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Blueboy.
Oh, that's so cute. We're using our personas.
My persona is Blueboy.
Yeah.
Not an animal.
What a shame.
So, I'm so grateful to have a picture. I don't know what you're going to do for the thumbnail.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a
I mean,
picture.
thumbnail might just be like the two of us. But yeah, no, I'm thinking for the actual video, it'd be like my picture and your picture, just at the heads or whatever.
On top of the characters.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe in a cafe or something. I don't know, what the fuck are we talking about? Anyway, yeah, thank God for Noah. Noah Shafir, check out his Instagram. What a cutie. Giving us all that art.
Thank you.
For a reasonable student price.
Thank you.
Okay, so in my notes here it says preamble. I don't know if that's an official term. That sounds like ramble, which is what we're going to be doing for the next whatever. So it says introduce the show. This doesn't have a name to it. I just wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to talk. Introduce Dylan and yourself. Your name's Dylan. My name's Jeff.
That's true.
That's okay.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine. Yeah,
that's I didn't just dox you just then, did I?
Everyone knows who I am now. They know where I live. My family's not safe. My cat is not safe.
All right. So I guess the only introduction I should say is that for the purposes of just I don't know how to introduce something to like anybody who does go through this entire podcast probably isn't going to know what the fuck this game is. So like
Really?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Isn't this
like,
game popular?
Well, yeah, with weebs.
Oh, well. I wouldn't identify it completely as a weeb.
No, I don't think either of us do. I mean, you watch a lot more anime than I do, so.
Well, maybe I am a weeb.
I don't know. Well,
let's talk about how we got to the point of getting to this game first.
Oh yeah. That's in the notes, dude.
Oh, he has it. He already thought about this.
Yeah, just like basically, we're gonna be talking about Katawa Shoujo, which is a. I like the description, like doujin style. What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
Like a doujin?
Yeah, I remember that on the website.
Usually, I associate doujins with like novels. Okay. I'm pretty sure doujin is a novel.
Oh, so visual novel? It said doujin style though, so I don't know.
Well, because it's animated in the way that it's animated. I'm not completely sure. I could be just speaking shit out of my ass.
Hey, shit out of your ass. Ugh. So yeah, okay, all right. Well, anyway, we're talking about a fucking dating simulator where the point of it is to date girls who have disabilities.
Hence the name Katawa Shoujo, which means
disability girls.
Disability girls, yeah. We didn't know that. We were just going in.
Yeah, no, translated literally. Yeah. So
you play as a character named Hisao.
Yeah.
How would you say it?
Hisao.
Hisao? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not a weeb. So actually, I don't know. Had you played any dating simulators prior to Doki Doki Literature Club?
Oh, prior to Doki? Yeah, I played the ones on Newgrounds. Like the
meet and fuck games?
No, not exactly meet and fuck. I played Remade. I played Remade before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Remade's one of the better ones.
It's still pretty illicit, but like, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, well, it's sort of Americanized. They're weebs. Those guys would probably be weebs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
right, that's the last time we'll say that.
I knew about the format. I knew about the format of like visual novels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I think we both really identified with like, reading a story, but like there needs to be like a little something spicy in
something
the mix.
Spicy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a little adult fiction is okay by me. Actually, I'd never really gone in for I don't know, anime inspired stuff or like that before until a friend recommended. Shout out to Tweed Games for recommending me Doki Doki Literature Club. Check them out on twitch.tv or YouTube.
Tweed Games, yeah, I know about that guy. Yeah, he told us about Doki Doki, and if you know about Doki Doki, I'm pretty sure it's quite
Yeah, that one
popular.
would be popular enough, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was like a big thing, big craze.
yeah, basically it's one of them streamer games. But
Did we play Katawa Shoujo before or after Doki Doki?
after
Oh my
that's what's
God.
wild.
Oh man.
So it didn't I guess my thing here says it introduced us to the VN world, but that's not entirely true. It introduced me to the VN world.
Yeah.
Because I remember Paul, he told me to play through the entire game in one sitting, which I think is probably the best way to go about it.
It's a one sitting game. Like you can get everything
Yeah.
that you need to out of that game.
That's
in
what I'm
one
saying.
sitting.
You know, it's a little bit of an investment, but I think to fully appreciate it, and I don't know, maybe I don't want to diverge too much into Doki Doki, but yeah, the thing about it is that if you played it in sessions, you'd start thinking about it too much, and then that some of it falls apart, at least for me. But I remember talking to you about it because we both tried it, and we were like, "Holy shit, yeah!" The twist, and that was big,
yeah.
and then you know the rest of the story. But then we were both kind of like, "Yeah, but the dating part was actually like better than the rest of the
Yeah,
game."
no, like the characters were engaging, and I think that's what really like took you apart from that whole experience.
Yeah.
Was just like
yeah.
you enjoy the characters. Like I went for, if I were to talk about Doki, it was Yuri, and you actually went for Natsuki.
Natsuki, yes. I, I forgot her name, so I had purple hair and Natsumi in my notes. Yeah, no, but I remember fucking Dylan. Like I didn't really know her route that well, because I had went straight for Natsumi, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I guess I like the two tsundere.
Yeah, the tsundere kind of
Tsundere, yeah. You know, because I want to crack that shell. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean like, yeah.
Yeah, but I remember
It's always
I remember learning about her route and just being like, okay, so she likes to cut herself. She has a collection of
Yeah.
knives, like for sexual thrills. And then I'm like, hey, Dylan, you know what you do on your date with Natsumi? You bake fucking cupcakes. Like, it's great.
She likes sugar. She's gonna get fat. No, yeah, no. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that. Let's go back into Katawa Shoujo.
No, you're absolutely right. I want to touch very, very briefly on one criticism I had of the game is that as soon as like the big twist happens, because it's right in the
Doki Doki.
middle. Like the biggest twist is at the end, but once the big twist happens and the dating simulator part
Falls apart,
stops, then it's sort of, it doesn't fall apart. It's supposed to fall apart. Technically,
It's
from
a different
that point.
game.
Yeah, it's not what we were looking for. So
Yeah, there was no porn.
yeah, no, there was no porn. No, but
No naked girls.
that's one of those fantastic things where you go in looking for pornography, but then you come out the other side like a changed person because you discovered a really good story. Because Dylan looks up like the best visual novel dating sims, and comes up with Katawa Shoujo, and it's pretty much number one on every one of the lists you can find.
Yeah, immediately after we played Katawa Shoujo, we were like, "Oh, okay, all right, that was a good intro into visual novels. Let's get to the next one."
Yeah, let's play better ones, and then we realized we had already started with the fucking best one.
We played the best one. It was a big oof on in our life.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's sad that we're gonna spend 2 hours talking about our waifus, but it's a good game.
That's what we could end the stream or
end it right here. That's all you need to know. We're gonna get into detail about characters and stuff, so if stuff starts flying over the heads, fucking brace. I don't know.
Let's just talk about some people.
Yeah, that's fine. Because as far as like storytelling elements and like being invested in the characters, it's incredibly well written.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, the characters I have to say they're super enjoyable, and I don't know. Like I think about them. Like I look back on like memories of like people that I know, and bear with me. I look back on like people that I enjoy, and then like I look back on like one of those characters, and I'm like, oh,
I missed the male nurse. What a guy.
They're fictional, and I can never meet them in real life. That's so sad.
I have a note here about the research history. I just briefly looked at the Wikipedia page. So I don't know if that really counts, but it's a 4chan exclusive. 4chan like got together, like some guy he made a character sheet, and it's actually it has that. It sort of has that Metal Gear Solid like concept art look to it.
Okay,
do you know the one I'm talking about?
That's what they included in like the pamphlets, like the books when you get the games, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The booklet. Like...
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. If Katawa Shoujo had a booklet, that would be like page 1 or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get you. So yeah, it basically started with. And I forget the guy's name, but interesting history development. But basically, it was a bunch of very, very passionate weebs. I said I wouldn't use that word.
No, yeah, but they are.
They are. They got together and they said, let's just make the best one, and they did. Brian Wilson set out. Set out to make the greatest album ever made.
And he did. Well, this guy did. Yeah, he made the greatest visual novel for sure, and it's incredible because like. You go on 4chan, like I'm a purveyor of 4chan, and like you see those threads.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like premises cripple waifus. So you're like, what?
It's and I have to say, like, I don't know, like it's kind of cheesy to say, but like their disabilities define them, but like that's not something that you
they
look
live
at.
with them, but they don't define them necessarily.
Like when you're having a conversation, quote unquote, with them, or you're not thinking about that when you're talking to them. You're just like getting to know who they are inside.
It almost never comes up. Well, I mean, we'll get into that. Basically, had a quote here, and I forget where I took this from, but come expecting memes, leave weeping uncontrollably. Yeah.
For sure. Or even come expecting like, a little bit of like a jerk sesh, maybe like a one sit jerk sesh, call it a day.
Yeah, but it's not even a porn game.
No.
We've talked about that.
It's just so like, happens to just have a little bit of like sex.
It's got a little bit of nudity and a little bit of sex, but it's just
a lot of intimacy.
That's what the whole thing is. It's not even sex, it's intimacy. Yeah. And just they have the moment, and I mean, it actually plays in one of the stories as sort of a pivotal moment that they have sex. Yeah. But anyway, that's as far as I can go without.
It's a no pun intended, but like a climax. Like the climax happens.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, okay. So anyone who's interested in visual novels and wants a really investing story, and I don't know, doesn't want spoilers. I mean, even if we talk about it, even to extent, like
I don't think anything will be explicitly like we'll just be fangirling basically. But
yeah. From here on out, it's fangirling and talking about the strengths.
Hopefully, we sold it to you through our ramblings. But
that was the preamble. If you wanted to go in, I don't know, spoiler free for something that it's you got to play it. You got to play it yourself.
Please play this game. Play this game, and also Katawa Shoujo, pay us.
Katawa Shoujo, it's a free game.
Yeah, I know. Non-profit.
You can download it for free. Yeah, check it out. Check it out online.com. Okay, so yeah. The thing I wanted to talk about first of all was the music.
Yes.
Yeah. You're a music boy. That's what you get.
That's what they drew me as,
Yeah, that's why you got a trumpet. You don't play the trumpet, though.
I can play the trumpet. I don't. That's not what I study.
Oh, yes, okay. Look at this guy. Bringing out his degree. I just like.
There's some bops.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let me see if I can actually play one right now. I don't know how this would. I just turned it off. Well, that's embarrassing. Oh well.
What you can do. Make sure, like, so then they can hear it, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to get copywritten, but, like, say when you play it, so
no.
then, like...
No, it's all original music in this. That's what's really cool about it.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, for this...
Yes, actually edit it in.
Say when you click it, so then we can line it up.
Yeah, okay, well, you heard it a little bit before. I would have to, go through the original... Is it called Up?
Which one are you trying to go for?
To Become One? Oh no, that's the sex theme. I forget what it's called.
Which one are you looking for?
I know what parody is, but no.
Nocturne is for Lily.
The actual main menu theme.
Oh,
Yeah, they have the entire soundtrack on here. They have the
yeah,
entire
you can
gallery. It's
jukebox.
fucking cool. It's fucking cool, and it's all original music.
Yeah, so whoever composed it did a really good job.
Yeah, it was one or two people, and then the one song that they didn't was Bach, and that was for the music box and Lily's thing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to talk about the soundtrack is that every time you start up the game, like it opens with that really light guitar thing, ding 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 boom boom. Maybe I'll play a little bit in the background if I remember to edit it. But I think that's such a powerful start, at least for me, and just to gush already out the gate, we're gushing here. But
Yeah.
because you start up the game and you're thinking, oh well, this is very poised and elegant. You're
Yeah.
not thinking much about it, but then you go through this super investing story. You go back to the main menu and you hear it again, and you're like, oh, oh, you're about to cry.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's
I could just listen to the main menu theme and not even thinking about specific characters, but just like the investment that you get from playing through any one of them is like
it definitely evokes something.
evokes. That's a perfect word. Yeah.
Like when I play, like, yeah, it's such a good song to like remember everything by. You know what I mean? If you could sum up, but like that's the thing. There's specific songs for specific routes for specific people.
Yeah.
And like
each girl has their own theme.
exactly, and it that plays on like the idea that
Motifing.
exactly motifing and like the idea of like you live your life. Like I'm talking about IRL now.
Wow.
You live your life. The way you see things, the way you hear things, the way you all your senses. You know,
Damn right,
they
Guilty.
evoke some type of memory, and I think this game plays on that like as perfectly as you can with senses. For a visual novel or any game, I guess it does a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, like they have some ambient background noise and like the odd sound effect here or there, but like, how do you build the atmosphere of something without using music in something like this? So, I don't know. Chalk it up to really good composition because, like,
Yeah. Like I can remember the time on the hill with the pot, like the weed. What are they called? The little blow.
oh yeah, you're standing with Lily in the field.
Oh,
right?
the lily in the field with the sun and that one. I remember that one. But I'm talking about when Rin up on the hill.
Rin at the end.
At
first,
the end,
or-
yeah. Like even the visuals, like they really try to like get you to remember them.
Oh yeah. No, the art style is really nice. More, I guess, streamlined from the original concept art, but
Yeah.
everyone's there and solid. It's a solid experience. I wanted to make note of like the first time you played through, you listened to the soundtrack, but after that,
Yeah,
you
no,
stopped
I'm
listening.
a big fucking poser. I listened to it, but I would get not tired of it. I guess I just was like I wanted to feel one thing. I think it was just specific on certain routes, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I would either put it like really low because like I can't play things loudly like in my room because my parents are. I live at home.
Gotta whisper, yell, someone's sleeping in the next room.
Exactly. No, I don't know why because it's kind of a regret of mine to like but when I did play it again, I try to keep it on. I don't know why exactly.
What
I think
I'm
I was
saying
just
is
in the
you-
mood of like wanting to listen to something else.
Yeah, I don't think we ever said it explicitly yet. You played other music during your second playthroughs,
Yes,
second and third, yeah. So what? I guess my first question is, what music?
I played like what I felt like
Brian
was
Wilson?
appropriate. No, I didn't play any Beach Boys. I played specifically a band called Beach House, and when I describe Beach House, I say you could listen to it in two situations, and
Bittersweet sort of thing.
it's you can listen to it when you're very depressed, or you can listen to it when you're having intimate sex, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
It's good for crying.
that's
It's
the
good
best-
for sex.
That's the best kind.
That's what I'm saying. And I think this music. I mean, like, there's a few in there.
This game, good for crying, good for sex.
Exactly. It does. So I think it was appropriate. My choice. I didn't want to go against the feeling of the game because I knew how I felt about the game after this first playthrough, and I didn't want to like Also, okay. Can I just say something? I hate Kenji, and I hate hearing his stupid fucking theme. You like Kenji? I hate Kenji.
Kenji's okay.
Yeah, do you have his fucking?
I don't remember what it's called.
Probably out of the loop.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, Dylan just gave me this look. I don't know if... Can you hear this?
Oh, it's so...
It's perfect for his character,
It is.
though.
No, you're not wrong.
This guy shows up and, like, he's just immediately, like, is just, like, abrasive to you. He's a levity character. He's there to lift you up.
No, he's...
So that's his theme. Fun little thing to add right now for all the Luke Websters at home who might be just listening to this as background noise. But if you don't go with any of the girls, and they called it a gigolo playthrough, is the
Gigolo?
Gigolo. Fuck, I always do that.
That's
I
okay.
always say gigolo. Fucking shit.
I like that one.
Anyway, gigolo. Yes. If you try to play all the girls, or you try to just be humble the whole time, you end up with none of them.
Yeah.
So
ain't that the fucking truth? Hey, boys out there,
that's real talk hours.
It's real talk. You'll end up killing yourself. Oh, I spoiled it. Spoilers there.
Well, that's not. No, it's fine. Yeah, basically you go onto the roof with Kenji, and he's like, "Fucking feminists are ruining the world," and you're drinking fucking vodka and
straight vodka.
Yeah. On the rooftop, and you're getting drunk, and then you fall off and die.
Feels bad.
So yeah, if
Kenji reminds me of going on 4chan and just reading things that I'm just like.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
like Kenji is the guy who made the game. He's not the guy who's in the game. Anyway,
Big woo.
Oh no, that's really funny. But that's I mean that's an example of music like you're like, oh god, here it comes again.
Yeah.
You know, that's perfect motifing though.
Yeah. I can definitely evoke negative emotions out of me.
That's what I'm saying and evoke is like I say again is a good word to go back to, because like I motifing plays like a huge part in this.
Oh yeah.
The what is it called? Raindrops or something. I want to play that one for a bit. Sure. Raindrops and Puddles.
Oh, I fucking love this one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. When this one starts popping off, is it actually showing up on the thing?
I'm sure it'll pick up a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll play it a little louder. But that's like the moments when this happens, like you're holding an umbrella for Rin who was just soaked in the rain, or something like.
Just like really like.
It always
tender moments.
Yeah. Oh, tender. That's a good word. That happens a lot. Oh, and I want to play Red Velvet a little bit too.
Yeah, you can. Oh yeah.
Fucking date night. That's nice.
See, that's what it is, right? Like you feel like you're. It's silly, but like you feel like you've experienced that moment, and you know who's to say that you could take that away from our experience with that. You can too experience this by playing Katawa Shoujo.
Yeah. Romance and Andante. This it. Oh, that one's sad.
Yeah, that one's sad.
That one's sad, but it's bittersweet sad because it happens during good moments. That's
it's definitely like a victory, there. Like a
Romance in Andante 2, and then what is the first one? Oh, that's the credit music.
Yeah. Oh, such a good.
That's so good. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta stop. I could be here with every one of these.
Just go through them like, oh, this one's brilliant.
This one's good.
this one's great.
Dylan, I really like this one. Let's play Out of the Loop again.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, but see, I worry that you might have missed out on moments like that.
I don't think I missed out exactly because I feel the same way when I listen to those. You know, I feel like I heard all of them.
Yeah. But I just I'm thinking of a particular moment because Rin, her theme is parody.
Yes.
I don't know what the actual word means. I'm not smart enough.
Parody?
Yeah.
Like
Parity, is that?
Oh, parody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not parody.
No, I was gonna.
Parity.
Either would work fine.
Well, whatever. It's anyway. Rin's theme is parity, and it plays when you first. All of the girls' themes play when you first meet them.
Yes.
Except for Hanako's, which is interesting. It only plays because Hanako's is painful history.
That's subtle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hanako's only plays during like really, like kind of like, oh God, should I be here right now moments?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like,
That's
I don't know
good.
why, but I just feel like it's an
Really
awkward.
sad?
It's a real awkward.
Oh,
feeling that I just
Hanako
got.
gives some awkward vibes.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like
That's okay.
it's an awkward.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. So, parody.
Yeah, no, yeah, you already know what I'm gonna be talking about, but
Yeah.
I wanted to say it just like because it's such a good moment of like motifing, which I'm really into. Video editing is my thing, and when I sync something with music is, so parody is Rin's theme, and it's this really playful jaunt when you first meet her because she's like
pretty like
kind of socially retarded.
she's snide. She's kind of snide.
She's not snide, but she's stoic. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, stoic is good.
Yeah. So
She's
she's hard to read, and she just kind of just says stuff that flows out of the top of her head.
Yes.
I remember there's one scene where she's like worried about Haisao, and then it's just this entire like several paragraph thing that fills the fucking screen, and you're
for
like,
like-
whoa, slow down.
For like a quick second, and you're like, what?
Yeah. So, so she has this really jaunty theme, but then things start getting pressuring for her in her storyline because she starts having to create art for art museum or whatever, and her story is all about just like Haisao not really having a purpose or a feeling, and following her along, and the theme stops playing because she's stressed out, she's not doing her thing, and
not her
eventually she's going through so much stress because of the trying to keep up with her artwork that they kind of like I wouldn't say they break up. I mean, Rin's route is actually the hardest because it has the most choices, and they're a little bit vague sometimes.
Yeah, even getting to her is difficult.
Getting to her is one step away from dying on the rooftop.
Yeah,
of Kenji.
yeah.
But
If that's not a testament to like that route already.
But then towards the end of her story, like you're thinking, oh God, did things go well? I don't know. You're waiting in your room, and you hear just a thud on the door. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have arms.
She has arms. That's disclaimer. Rin has
Doesn't
no
have
arms.
So you hear a thud on the door, you open it, and she's just kind of staring at you, and then she starts rambling about random bullshit, and you're like, what the, weren't we just in a fight? But then this starts playing. And you're like, oh, she's back.
She's back,
She's
babe.
back. And
She's back, baby.
that's what I'm saying. Like, were you playing music during Rin's part? Because, like, you might have missed that.
No, I know this.
Yeah. No, I know you know the theme, but it's like the moment when you open the door and you're talking to her and things are good again, and you hear this theme again, you're like, fuck, I haven't heard that since like I met this chick.
It's a while. Yeah, no,
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I got that. The only one, okay, and it's kind of silly to say, but the only route that I actually played not the music for, was, and you're gonna be like, what? Was Lily's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your favorite route.
Yes.
Okay.
Favorite route. Now I didn't always not play the music. I played it for I actually when I played it again, I played it when I played Lily's again, recently.
You played it with the music.
I played it with the music. So I made sure to.
And how was that?
It was honestly the same experience.
Okay.
I mean, like,
hot take.
No, I mean, like, it was the same the thing is I identified her with the music that I chose. So I already knew that I was going to enjoy the route. The moment, because I knew who she was.
I get you. I get you.
But I knew
cool.
that it would kind of make me feel the same. However, I missed out on the one when I played it the first time. I missed out on like the intimate, really intimate like music, like especially on the dates that you have with her.
So you don't initially associate Red Velvet. That's the date night.
I do now.
Yeah, yeah, like when she's like staring at you in the dress, but she's not really staring at you because she's blind.
'Cause she's blind.
You know?
Yeah, that's her disability.
Yeah, yeah. Every girl has their own unique disability.
Play a game
But,
where they have
yeah,
unique sets.
There is honest to God genius in this fucking game for lonely people. So, I don't know, like,
Well, we should talk about why we got into the game and whatnot.
how do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, the situation that we were in, I don't know why I had so much free time to play this fucking game. We were in university when we played this.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't summer.
Yeah,
was it?
no.
No, it was like maybe winter.
Yeah, no, but we kept checking in on each other, and
I played it for hours. I think it was exam times, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, yeah. Well, that must have been it then.
Either like a reading week or near
I wouldn't put
exam
it past
times.
me. Yeah. I there isn't really a good way to transition into my next point.
Just
I might
wing
not
it.
have. I didn't really format this.
You don't need to. I mean, like,
That's fine. But
just
thematic
talking.
things worth noting, just to get into the storytelling element of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rin is a painter who doesn't have arms.
oh yes, for like the genius of their character.
Yeah.
yeah.
Emmy, the girl who has no legs, is
She's
a track
runner.
star.
Yeah, she's
She's the best runner in the school. The loudest personality is Misha.
Misha,
But she is hand in hand with Shitsune, who is mute and deaf. And I put this might have been a stretch, but Phoenix from Ashes, as far as her entire arc, is Hanako. You know,
yes.
her story is about her getting horrible scars on her body
She has like scars on the half of her body.
from a house fire that killed her parents.
Fucking crazy.
That's fucked up shit.
super
man.
fucked.
That's fucked up shit. Yeah. There's also a blind girl who like there are a couple of ways to read into Lily.
Lily-
but, like, she looks after you. I don't know.
Well, she's like
she sees through you.
careful with the
Oh yeah.
just
The cord's
don't
whacking
don't
against the
naggle
mic.
it.
I get you.
But she's like she can do anything that a normal person can. She's just blind, but she's very good.
She was born blind, so it wasn't even like it was taken away from her. This is just how she perceives reality.
And she's just like, you forget half the time. Like, even Hisao or he forgets.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I see what you're saying, and then he'll feel bad about it. But it's like, oh, I saw it. Don't fucking...
Yeah, after a while he was just like, I don't give a fuck. But like, that's the thing, like, it's even crazy to say like Hisao character, but like, because I like you kind of like lose yourself to that character.
Yeah, like Hisao is an incredibly written PC player character.
Yeah.
Right. Because and thematically, the guy with the whole romance story suffers from a broken heart.
Oh, yeah. He has heart issues. Like that's how you have the disability. That's your disability.
That's
get
why
into
you
the
go to the school
Yeah.
is because when a girl confesses to you that you had a crush on for a long time, you have a heart attack.
Yep. Yeah.
And then you wind up in the hospital
For like 4 months.
And as a protagonist, like, a problem with visual novels is that sometimes it can be written in a way that you're like, well, I kind of wish I had a choice in the matter. And there are definitely moments like that with fucking Hisao. Like,
yeah, no. There are a few times where you're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
What is this asshole doing?
Dude,
But Paul recommended another visual novel, Everlasting Summer.
Yeah.
The protagonist in that one,
Dumb as
fucking
shit.
prick.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
That guy, no, I was just like, oh, I have so much more appreciation for Hisao now.
yeah, no. And that's what, honestly, I think that's what really makes or breaks a visual novel, like, especially, like, you know, one where there's, if you can't identify with the person that you're supposed to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to...
Yeah, it takes you out of it.
Exactly.
In Remade, they had a good player character for what it was worth.
Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, basically you feel invested reading stuff that just says, like, well, I was feeling hungry, and then I did some homework, and then, you know, because you're like, oh, yeah, well, we'll see the girls another time, because you start to feel like, I don't know, I'm in school, I'll see them eventually, right? And
What's interesting, though, to note as well, is in both Remade and Everlasting Summer, and most visual novels that we played, you can change your name.
But you can't change it.
You change your name in Katawa Shoujo.
No, you're always Hisao. And, yeah.
I don't know why they chose that, but like honestly,
for some reason we identify more with
yeah,
him.
with him because yeah.
I always name my if it's a choose your own name, I always name it Chad.
That's fair. I always choose Creed, just so like you know.
Oh, God rest his soul.
Because he would be in that game.
Creed would be in most visual novels.
Exactly. He'd love that. I just want him to fuck hot bitches. That's all.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you want to talk about the edgy beta version just for a sec?
Beta version of what?
Beta version of Katawa Shoujo. Do you know about it?
No, I've never played it.
I've never played it either, but I know a couple of the key points. So, the loud girl with the pink drills, that's Misha!
Yeah.
I imagine her sounding like that and doing the peace sign. And
Misha, yeah. She's fucking...
She's great. So
Does she have autism? Is that her...
No, I think she was an interpreter. I think... I mean, yeah, no, please be patient. No, I mean, that's an interpretation. She's kind of, like, loud and doesn't pick up on certain, like...
So, she's socially...
tones.
Yeah, she's socially...
Yeah, like, kind of Rin. But just kind of in a different direction.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. So socially, you know...
It's never described that what disability she has.
No. It's mostly that she's an interpreter for Shitsune. She understands hand language, or sign language.
Hand language.
What
happens in the beta?
Oh, yeah. Well, Misha fucking dies.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
Why?
Part of the story of Shitsune's route is that she has a crush on Shitsune because she's like
Misha has a crush on
Shitsune because she's in the closet or whatever. We're getting into spoiler territory a bit, but it's not that extreme. Not as extreme as committing suicide at the end of that route. Because she's depressed.
Even in the actual game, you even feel that way. Like you feel like that.
Like it feels like it's going there. Yeah, you feel like you're getting another Doki Doki.
Yeah, no, and like, and it's
It
even
was so
sad
nice.
because like she has pink hair and like the girl that commits suicide in Doki Doki has pink hair. It's just
yeah. The fucked up thing is that's not even a spoiler for Doki Doki Literature Club because you can see it coming a mile away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it still doesn't prepare you for that fucking moment when you open the door. Like they just put it right in your face.
Oh, they throw it in your face.
That's another genius thing of like motifing and like presentation that just it scared the ever loving hell out of me. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. And the rest of the game, getting in a tangent about Doki again, but the rest of the game, it doesn't play to that level.
No.
I think it is best to play Doki Doki Literature Club in one sitting because if you play it at that point and then come back, you're just kind of like, what is this fucking shit?
Yeah, no, especially like because it becomes extremely meta after that.
Yeah,
like, it becomes like a complete.
Oh, she didn't actually have depression. Her character stats were just altered. And it's like, well, that sort of took the wind out of my sails there. Yeah. But anyway,
since we were in one sitting, it kind of was just like, oh, okay, all right.
Because we're in one sitting, we have that moment, and then we're on edge the rest of the time because we're like, oh fuck, what's happening?
But you can't play Katawa Shoujo in one sitting. Like
No.
I would say, like one.
It's a long ass
route,
game,
or like one character, I guess, would be like a whole day, maybe even like 2 days.
Yeah.
If you spread it out long enough.
Yeah, and I was gonna say earlier, it is so nice to have gone through this game and know that nothing was gonna go horribly wrong.
Yes, yeah, no, nothing was completely surprising.
But the thing is, you look at the beta version, and like to get Hanako's good ending, you have to get her other 2 bad endings first. That was how they designed it. And one of the bad endings is you have a heart attack with it sometime in her story. Like, I don't even know why it happens or when, but she thinks you die, and she goes insane.
Oh, fuck.
And they put her in, like, a ward.
Oh, I think I know about this.
Have you seen that?
I think I've seen that.
So Hisao goes to visit her, and she's like, no, you were supposed to be dead.
Oh, and she fucking kills you.
She fucking kills you.
Kills you, bro.
She fucking stomps you to death, and you're like, oh, and you're supposed to play through that before you get her good ending. So it's like, what the fuck were they on?
What the fuck were they think? Well, I mean, like, that's 4chan, but like, anyways.
Yeah. So Hanako's canon story is not that edgy.
No. Thank God.
I wanted to, speaking of canon, let's talk about First Girl.
Oh yes.
We
Oh
wound up with the same one.
yeah, we did. So this is interesting. We played the routes like when we first started. We supposed to start at the same time.
Here's the thing, Dylan.
Roughly the same.
I didn't even know there were fucking routes.
No, we just played. We played until it was like you get like a little cutscene, and then you're like,
Yeah.
and then they show the character, and you're like, this
Like
is where
this
you
is
are
this
on.
is the girl that you're on. I didn't realize that was what was happening. I thought it was just one girl because it was played so fucking smoothly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even realize you could flirt with the other girls at the time.
Yeah, no, they
So-
were just being introduced.
The runner, Emmy, is I think the canon relationship because like we've talked about how hers feels the most realistic of all of them.
And this isn't just because we both got it. I had my girlfriend Miranda play it as well, and she got Emmy on her first route as well. So like you're that's completely valid. But you know what's interesting? Looking back on it, she's not introduced until later on
Yeah.
in your route.
Yeah,
or like
that's-
even in like like how there's like a first section. Like she's not introduced until like she bumps into you and then like almost kills you.
Yeah. See that? Yeah, she bumps into you and you get the heart thing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it almost kills you. Yeah, that's crazy to think that it plays so smoothly from that
very
because you're looking at these. Like Rin kind of has a moment, and Hanako kind of has a moment, and you meet Shitsune in class, and you meet
walk into
Lily has a
Lily.
moment.
Yep,
yeah,
you have a moment with all of them.
You sit down with lunch, you see Rin, and he's examining these girls, but then like the moment when you get run into in the hallway, oh god, I almost fucking died. And then
Yeah.
you're like looking at her, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, and, like Shitsune and Misha are there at the time
Yeah,
too,
and they're
like,
laughing.
yeah.
Fucking bastards.
Actually, I think there's an alternate where it can be Lily in that hallway too.
There is when you're doing the Lily, like when you're heading towards Lily.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you're with her, when you're going to the library. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah. So many routes.
well, the thing is, even the first section like is like kind of like designed to like gear you towards a way,
Yeah.
like, and it's fairly subtle. Like it's super subtle. It's just really well. It's a good game.
Yeah. You're listening to 2 hours of us say this is pretty good.
It's pretty good. So yeah, we got it to Emmy, and we've kind of chalk it down to like it's because you're nice to the doctor. Like the
Yeah.
doctor's a really nice guy. He's
The male nurse who's like, hey, not to be a dick, but you have a serious heart condition, and if you don't take care of yourself, you'll fucking die.
and you're like,
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah.
So it gets to the point where you have to wake up early and go at least for one jog with Emmy around the track. And when you get to her, it comes to a choice that just felt so natural.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even play like chase after the girl. It was she started to take off and
Ahead of you, and you were like,
she was like, oh, you're doing a little better than yesterday at least, and you're like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, you're
the,
like-
the choices are slow down and basically give up or keep running
Yeah.
and go after her.
and they both don't like. It's not a bad like the slow down is probably just like catch your breath or something, but then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
it's
one
not-
is just like push yourself.
Push
harder.
yourself,
and you're
yeah.
like, and you're like, well, I want my guy to be better.
Yeah, I got a heart condition. The male nurse told me to do this shit.
So then you fucking push yourself. You die, basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, you collapse after that point. But what's crazy is that from then on out, it's fucking Emmy's route because you pushed yourself, and it's
Because you constantly... Then you have to go back and then, like, run with her again.
yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's-
and then you keep doing it. You keep doing it because you pushed yourself, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, and every day it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a BoJack Horseman. It gets easier.
It gets easier.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's crazy that happened 3 times in a row for people. And
No, yeah. And, like, I think... And that's a big thing about, I think, with most visual novels is just, like, what would I do in this situation? Like, that's obviously what you think, and that's the whole point of visual novels is just, like, what would you do in
Yeah.
that situation?
because even if you play it shy or confident with like the class or with
Yeah.
Shitsune's stuff at the beginning, there is, there's that. There's eventually a moment where you're just like shy or not, you would push yourself in that scenario because Hisao spent the entire prologue like trapped in a hospital, like basically feeling like his entire life meant nothing because all his friends sort of abandoned him, and the girl he had a crush on you know.
And you as the player is just like having those flashbacks of like, I was in a hospital for
Yeah, he
for-
mentions it a few times.
I was in a hospital for all these months and I
Yeah.
need to finally just fucking do it.
Yeah, so and Emmy's route actually turns into like such a beautiful story of just like trying to keep connected with people, and it feels like a natural relationship. She's a
Yeah, no, it's pretty vanilla. Like you know, they're both
lemons.
yeah. Yeah.
There's anal.
Okay, well like as in terms of I mean like
I
as
get
vanilla as like a relationship.
Yeah, but
Like the harshest
she
thing that happens is like that she has trouble connecting with you.
She has trouble connecting with people because she lost her father.
Yeah,
Both her parents. No, father.
No, her father.
'Cause
Because you meet her
mother's
mom.
Yeah, you meet her mom. So she lost her father in a car crash, and she feels like people like go away from her in her life. And, oh, what a
She
beautiful
pushes away people.
I still remember the fucking line. I didn't even play through her thing or look it up or anything. I remember the line, "Will you stay with me?"
Yeah.
And then Hisao says to himself, you know, he's like, it's not forever and it's not just for tonight, but we're together. Like that's good writing.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because she's paired with Rin. Like that's her friend.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like that's the joke where she has
together they make a full suit.
and
is
they
the
make
joke.
they make a joke about that. Like
Yeah.
they're pretty aware of that.
So Rin doesn't have arms and Emmy doesn't have legs, but together they make a full suit. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting because even their characteristics play with each other, like you know who
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Because Rin is just
Oh, that happens with like the rest of the girls too.
Yeah.
Hanako is incredibly shy, especially about her appearance because of her burns.
and luckily Lily is
Lily is blind.
and she also is a caretaker. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
she's a very caring person. And Shitsune, of course, is
Has Misha.
paired with the
Misha.
loudest person in the school.
Exactly.
I like wah ha ha. Like she has a
that's-
fucking Wario laugh.
That's the way I pictured it
Yeah.
when she said that. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So Emmy is she's good. She's a great route, and I'm glad that I had her first because it was definitely like a
Had her.
good.
Wow. No, just kidding. Yeah, no,
I
absolutely.
like how her face of like anger is also the face of like sexual arousal.
Oh yeah, no, that's
like a meme
That's a
about
point of contention. You're not sure if she's like aroused or she's about to tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what's amazing about her route that got me so emotional the first time round was I didn't think I was winning.
No.
Like it plays with a couple of choices that you have to make, and like if you make you have to make two wrong ones in a row to get the bad ending, but if you make the good choice, like you're I don't know how to describe it. Basically every route has understand this girl's feelings.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think that's the big. I mean, like I feel like that's just common in life. Like,
Yeah, well, that's how a
understanding
relationship
somebody.
works out.
Exactly.
That's why Rin's the fucking hardest.
Because you
You can't really understand.
not even
She's
like during
nonsensical.
yeah. No, I was gonna bet to say like even going through her route, like I don't think I understood her until like maybe the very end.
Until the end, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
like
an
the
appropriate
very
time.
end. Like the very end.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm just-
I am still pissed that she says I love you and Hisao doesn't say it back.
I'm still pissed that in her, every character has a naked, like stand-in, like can you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But her shirt, she has a shirt on.
But what you should consider is that Rin is the only girl you eat out.
I feel so bad now.
Yeah, no, you're talking about like the I don't want to say in-game models because that doesn't make any fucking
That's
sense.
no the
Like when it's just the character appearing on screen and it's not like a CG that's separate from the story. Rin is wearing a shirt and she doesn't have arms, so it obviously doesn't open up at any point. So you can't see her breasts, but like
Every other character.
every other girl has a stand-in.
has
like
a stand-in. Like I'm pretty sure Lily has one where she's completely naked.
that. Yeah.
best girl. So
Oh, that
who do
was
you
my
wanna-
next question.
Yeah, who's best girl?
Who is best girl and why is it Rin?
Stop. Who is best girl and why? I
Okay.
think. Do you want to rank the girls?
See, here's the thing. I actually like. I was thinking to myself, like, there are different things to consider. So, like, who's the most dateable? Who's the sexiest?
Okay, well, let's go through them.
Who has the best story? Yeah.
Okay,
So,
let's-
who do you think, as in terms of a relationship?
How long should we have to talk about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever feels natural. I ranked mine.
Okay.
I put them in a list. But rank the girls in terms of dateability.
Like
like
IRL?
realistically, if you met these people in real life, how would you feel?
Dateability. Okay.
I know that's a little contentious, but like, who would be?
Who'd be
I put Emmy as my first one.
as most dateable.
Most dateable.
Like I don't know.
Just a real relationship, like kind of a normal. I don't want to say normal girl, because the whole point of the story is that Hasao breaks down those walls.
I'm trying to like, so like, because that's how I chose my best girl. Where I'm like, who would I find the most dateable in real life? That's why I chose Lily as best girl, because I feel like if I met Emmy, I would already know that she's athletic, and I know that's not my type. Athletic isn't my, I feel like I would have to be athletic to
I
be.
think it depends on whether or not you identify with the heart problem. Because as we say, we pushed ourselves,
yeah.
and we went back to that track each day, kind of
True,
thing.
that's
so.
true. Because we weren't.
He doesn't play sports,
was
but
mostly
he
in
goes
the-
back to that track.
It was definitely like situational for
Yeah.
that situation. But like, honestly, if I met Lily and I was like IRL,
Mhm.
and like she was as sweet as she was and whatever, and I don't know, ever since Lily, I was just like, this blindness is kind of a kink to me. She plays into that kink.
I like how shy your face was getting when you
Yeah.
were revving up to that.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'd hate to say it because I know that's kind of shitty. My best girl is most dateable, but I have to say Lily.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's
I hope
fair.
not all my fucking answers are gonna be Lily.
Did you want to rank the rest? Because my number 2 would be Rin. I find, I know some girls like this.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
Like, I know, like, kind of stoic, kind of just weird, kind of just.
That's fair. I agree with that one. Either that one or this one's kind of surprising. I would say Shizune.
Shitsune is 4th for me. Lily is 3rd.
That's fair.
Lily seems just a tad bit motherly, but
I get that. That's probably not.
it's not for everybody.
Yeah, no. I definitely. I don't know.
Maybe if she dialed back on it a bit, like
That's fair,
But
that's
like, I mean, Emmy is the most realistic because like that's a girl you would date. Rin is just a girl that I would really like, and then like Lily would probably be.
I guess
3rd,
I'm
'cause
going
she's
off
very
mostly
nice, right?
first impressions. I think that's what I'm going off of.
Yeah, maybe
'Cause that's
first
how it works
impressions,
for
yeah.
me in terms of like how I date people.
Yeah,
like-
my 4th would be Shitsune, because even though she's a bit
kind of a-
strong-headed.
Yeah, she's kind of a bastard.
Well, she's strong. There's a video on YouTube where the guy's just like, the canon ending in Shitsune's route is the bad one when she ends up alone.
Yeah.
Because she's a fucking bitch.
But like I feel like if I met Shizune in real life, I feel like I'm not turned off by somebody who's kind of abrasive. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I don't
Not
mind.
that it's a problem.
I don't mind an alpha Chad girlfriend, but there would definitely be the barrier having to have Misha there the whole time.
Oh.
You'd have to learn sign language at some point.
I'd have to comfort her at one point.
Yeah. Well, let's get into that in a sec.
All right, what's our next thing?
Well, my 5th would be Hanako, just because.
'Cause she's
I know
bacon.
she goes through a process, but you kind of have to be shy yourself,
And you
deal
have
with it.
to also like be
Like, really walk
very-
on eggshells,
Yeah,
yeah.
And you also have to be into that. Like you also have to be kind of. I don't know what route she was for me. Like I don't know if I was
The
going
number?
for. Yeah,
Yeah.
like when I. Because I can't. I know Emmy was my first.
Lily and Hanako are relatively easy to get to, and then Shitsune, there's a bit of a trick to it, but yeah.
What you could see where Shizune's route was coming. Like
Yeah, if you
after playing back.
continue being headstrong against her.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
impress
She
her.
likes that. She likes that.
She's into that. And what's something I thought about is just to talk about Shitsune's route for a second. Cause it's like a little of this, a little of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just rambling. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. So Shitsune's route is kind of contentious with people. It's like best girl, worst route, is what I've heard.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is not my favorite route.
The thing I considered was that because there's only one choice in Shitsune's entire route, and Misha comes to your door, and she's sad, and just to let the folks at home know, the word comfort does not mean what you think it means.
Yeah, no. Comfort her. You get options where it's just like, you know.
It's the only option when you get her route.
Yeah.
In her entire route, do you comfort Misha or do you tell her to go away after she just came into your room and is depressed? Now, the line I may have glossed over was that she kissed you on the cheek and then asked about it.
Yeah.
But comforting her is not the same as what his
You straight up should have just put like fuck her.
Yeah,
like,
just fuck her.
Just fuck her, bro. Like that should have
Comfort
been like
her and then in parentheses, fuck her.
yeah, fuck her. Like they should add like a fucking what's it called? Like a small add-in where you can just for that one line where it just be like fuck her, bro. Fuck her brains out. And it's really awkward sex and it's not good. So don't have sex with Misha.
Well, yeah.
Even though you're tempted to because she's she's a cutie pie.
Yeah, she's best girl.
But that's the problem with Shitsune's route is it's full of characters that I'm just not
invested in.
completely great with. Like even Hidaeki is her brother, and he's kind of like a joke. Like, I mean, like
He's a joke character. He's just kind of the lame little brother.
yeah, and he's definitely like
But he is a realistic character.
yes.
What's his name?
Jigoro.
Jigoro.
Her father is the worst human being I've ever came across.
Anybody who thinks Shitsune's like kind of abrasive hasn't met this guy.
Yeah, this guy is like.
I was expecting.
It makes you think that Shizune is like a beautiful angel when you meet Jigoro.
Oh my god! I kept thinking through the entire story, and this is my main criticism of it at the time, at least, was that I kept thinking like the moment was going to be that she had a really rough family life, and that didn't help that she was also mute and deaf, so there was a problem with communication. But the dad's just a fucking like cartoon character.
Yeah.
The way he's just like, she's just not trying hard enough. That's why she can't communicate. Like, what the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure like he can barely do sign language. I'm pretty sure like he barely knows how to...
that's kind of what I was like glossing over there is like he's just an active dick to his children, and he carries a fucking sword around the whole time.
He's just such a fake fucker.
I just
but like not fake in the way like of like he's a fake character.
I was hoping at
he's
some
just an
point
asshole.
Hasao tells him to fuck off, and like Shitsune is like, "Hey, thanks, man. That was really cool."
That
doesn't
never
happen.
happens.
It doesn't happen.
Like you can, and I'm pretty sure you get negative response from that.
No, there's no choice for it.
No, I thought there was
kind of
a few...
he kind of defends himself once or twice, but for the most part, it's just dealing with his shit whenever he comes on screen.
Because I always get really like even during Shizune's route, I don't think it fucks with anything, but like I'm always extremely defensive whenever Jigoro comes on, and like he'll get into a spout and gaslight me or something, and like I'm just like
he does do that a fair bit.
I'm just
doesn't
like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Just leave. I would just like be like, okay, just leave.
Yeah.
Just go away.
So the thing I think about Shitsune's route is that
just wanted to tell him I fucked your daughter.
Yeah.
She tied me down and
she tied me down, took away my ability to talk with her because she has sign language and effectively raped me. But hey,
yeah, she totally did. There's no consent because she had your hands down.
Did you say there's no cunts?
There's a bunch of cunts.
Anyway, Jesus, wow, that was just one after the other. Just
good job.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good section.
What's the next one?
No. I just wanna. I kind of want to talk about the other stories. Just because there's a moment where Hisao like has his call to action in every story except Shitsune's, and that's sort of why I think it's the weakest, at least in terms of the story.
Call to action and what? I think I understand what you mean.
So
I know for Lily's, it's he chases after her. in the
Yeah,
airport.
you have to be honest about your condition, and you have to
Oh
like
yeah, she hates that.
work
Oh
past it.
wow,
Like,
yeah, no, yeah, she hates that
you don't even get a route if you don't tell her at all.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Yeah.
If you don't tell Lily about your condition, like you
Yeah,
don't get her.
you
at
don't
all.
get her out.
And that's what's crazy about the choices that you make in the game is that that's the character Hasao becomes in that route. So if you're like awkward, shy, and depressed, but you don't end up on the rooftop, that's why you end up with Rin.
Yes.
And that's why she says in the story, I notice you never really smile a lot. What's the deal with that? And you look, there's actually a CG of him looking in the mirror, and he's frowning, and he's just like, oh, why don't I smile?
Yeah, because you're just like, oh, that's crazy. Because like
Yeah.
now I think about it, it's just like,
You're a different character in each route.
oh, that's so fucking good. That's so fucking
Yeah,
good. That's so
yeah,
good.
that's what I'm saying. So you're kind of like the gentleman who's like looking after things and being honest about his feelings. When you're with Lily, you become a runner, and you're just kind of a normal Chad bro.
Yeah.
With Emmy.
Oh, you're such a Chad in that
Yeah.
route. Oh, it's so good.
And that's why Shitsune's route is, I think, a little bit awkward, because in each of those is a moment where you have to work past Hasao's problem. But Hasao's problem is, don't fuck Misha.
Yeah.
So-
Also, I think like you put a lot of effort. Like I feel like a lot of there's not a lot of development other than like you learn sign language. You know.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd go longer with that, the bit about when they're making notes to each other. Like, that was really cute, like,
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
It is cool when you finally get text from Shitsune on the
so
bottom.
Yeah, so this is so cool. So like it turns it like there's times where like it's slow and like there's like words that you can pinpoint.
Yeah,
and,
you
like,
get the odd word because you're slowly learning like sign language. That would have been awesome
and
to
then-
have that as the focal point, like communicating with her.
Yeah, that. But like yeah, but then when it's even like a good feat when you actually do get to like when you finally understand it, you're like, yes.
She's making the sign languages, and
You don't have to fucking talk to Misha anymore.
yeah, like it's silent, so it's in like brackets, but you can read what
her.
she's saying now. That's clever in terms
good.
of like visual novel.
Well, in terms of conveying what the message is of
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
or like even like a small feat, like you know what I mean, like it really boosts the. But like yeah, no, I agree with that. With Rin, it's definitely like what you said, coming to terms with, or like
Trying to be a bit happier.
better. Yeah, trying to be happier. Who else are we missing? Hanako. I think it's
Don't be a white knight.
yeah. She
Essentially.
really hates being protected. I think.
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
is so
you kind of
surprising.
learn you're supposed to pick up on cues like that, but the fucking
It trains you. Like I think each route trains you to be that character
There
that you're
was-
supposed to be in that route.
Yeah. There was the odd moment in Hanako's route where I was like, "Oh my god, stop with this white knight bullshit."
Yeah.
Because it's just like give her space or
I
talk
have
to
to
her.
protect her.
I have to protect her.
She's my
my daughter.
she's my little girl.
Yeah. It gets a little gross. And there are times in Rin's route where, like, the only frustration you would feel is like trying to communicate with Rin properly, which is
Or like you
but-
go up to her fucking studio and she's just not there, and you're like, "Where the fuck is she? I came all this way."
like that's a reasonable one. Though.
You sleep there, and then she shows up. She doesn't even wake you up, and she's there or something, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
I was mad, and then Hasao was mad, and I was just like, yeah, Hasao, you
Oh.
fucking mad.
I just want to add in this little addendum here before we get into the other lists.
Okay.
So, do you know why Ren's first scene is like that?
No.
Like her intimate scene? So you enter the studio and, how do I put this delicately? You finger blast her.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine.
But the reason is because she's looking for inspiration and she's incredibly stressed out. And you notice she's naked. Dylan, she doesn't have arms. She can't masturbate. He just realized it right now. he just got it. I just watched it wash over his face. That's why I didn't understand it the first time, but like playing through again, Hasao goes, "I understand. It's okay," and then he takes her in. That's like, oh, that's such a Ooh, you know what I mean?
God damn. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have arms. She can't masturbate. that's why that's that first scene.
But how did she get fucking naked?
Well, she can like wrestle with her belt and clothes, but
Yeah.
how do you jerk yourself off with your feet?
No.
You can't give yourself
Just
a foot
rub
job.
it.
just
Rub with your heel.
Well, okay, yeah. But anyway, there's just so many little moments like that, and with Shitsune's route, I guess the thing is, it's supposed to be a summer with friends. You have a girlfriend, sign language, great, but you're with friends, is how it was written. So what I will
you
add
are constantly with people in that route.
What I will add right now is that there are 5 writers, and each one did a different route.
Yeah.
So that guy, Anonymous, was probably his name. He was the Anonymous 22 or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he just wrote like summer vacation with pals, and that's
fair.
the defense of Shitsune's story.
Yeah, no.
It's not bad. It's just like you got like melodrama in the other ones, but you don't have it in there.
He did the best with whatever his character that he created.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It kind of makes it about her family. You sort of understand Shitsune a lot more.
Yeah, no, I would say that I went from hating, or not hating, but like just like mild, like, ugh, Shizune, why are you such a bastard? But then like when you go into her route, because she was definitely, I think she was my last, either Rin or Shizune was my last route that I chose.
Yeah.
Because I knew that the moment I saw Lily, I knew that I wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
But I ended up with Emmy. But I wasn't upset about it. I forgot about it.
Yeah, so you knew ahead of time though that there would be other girls.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, the story about a runner girl. That's cool. Because at the main menu here, if you just look over at the screen, there's all the pictures of the girls, right?
Yeah, that's what you get when you.
But you only get those pictures after you play through the route.
Yeah.
So like when I saw. When I saw an empty thing and then I saw the pictures, I was just like, oh, that was the only one. And then I had to play through it again. And I was like, oh, there are other girls in this fucking game.
I can fuck all of them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So next list, and this'll be a shorter discussion.
Okay.
Sex appeal ratings.
Who's the sexiest? Okay.
All right. So
that's actually hard.
I looked on the wiki here. Shitsune's described as having big boobs.
Yes,
that's literally what it says, like for her original design document. But I want to point out that her bust size is 88, and Lily's is 89.
She's the biggest boobs.
Oh my god. Lily has best sex appeal.
Yeah. I would say Lily, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah, okay. You're just gonna say Lily for all these fucking.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I sound like Surge. I'm sorry.
All right. Who would you rank as number 2 though? Number 2 and maybe
Emmy.
last. Emmy?
Maybe Emmy. Yeah, because Shitsune has like one of those like
got nice
snuggle
legs.
thing. She's thick.
Detachable legs. Well, actually, Emmy would be the least thick, wouldn't she? Because she's like short. How high
She
is
can
she?
still be fucking thick.
151 is pretty short, right?
She looked pretty thick when in my route.
I don't know. They're all thick. I don't know. Fuck them. Dummy thick is Misha though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
uh.
Can't do her with.
Yeah, I don't
guilty.
know. Yeah, we can't count Misha, but Misha is probably number 1. If
I
we're
would
being
say
honest.
probably Rin and then Shitsune and then probably Hanako. Sorry, Hanako.
Number 2. Okay, so this is where I got a little like wacky
Meta?
with it. Number 2 would be Hanako for me, if she was displayed with the kind of burns that she has in the game. So I actually have a burn on my body right now. You see how it's like kind of reddish, and it's just the joke is that it looks like bacon, right?
Yeah.
If it looks like that on her body, like it just covers that half, like in the CGs, if she looks the way she looks in those CGs, then that is number 2 sex appeal, right? It's beautiful.
She's 86. She's not far off from having the biggest breasts.
I know. Dylan, I know.
Who knows?
But here's the thing. she's last if it's realistic.
Yeah, no, that's
Third degree burns do not look attractive.
no.
Like I'm not even like trying to be a dick about it, but like, have you seen the Oprah show?
I've
where
seen people in real life with burns on their bod, like
yeah, like real
burns,
like real. I was in a house fire burns,
Yeah,
and
like,
that shit gives. It's just so sad.
It's sad. It is sad.
Painful history.
Would I still fuck them if they look like Hanako? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
She's not. She's last, but she's not.
Because it's not like your skin is like grafting over itself.
No.
It's you're red. You're a little like dry there. you
Yeah.
know?
No,
Like,
it
that's-
looks like dry. Like that's the way I would describe it.
Yeah.
On Hanako, like it looks more like stitches of dry red bruise, basically.
Bacon.
Yummy.
So Shitsune would be third, and then Rin, because kind of plain, and then Emmy, as far as sex appeal.
Wow.
Now, that is not to say that I wouldn't fuck any of these women.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Fuck all these ladies.
Yeah, fuck
I
an
have.
anime, babe. Yeah,
I
I
have.
have. It's official. Yeah.
even Misha.
You know what? It wasn't in my notes here, but what do you think's the best sex scene?
Best sex scene?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's gonna say fucking Lily again, and
No, Lily's isn't the best sex scene. I would
No.
actually say fucking Hanako's was the best sex scene.
Really,
It was just so fucking.
like really intense.
It was really
and-
intense, and it was she's sexy.
Very-
She was
very-
extremely
Oh
sexy.
yeah, very emotional moment too.
Yeah.
And
There was a lot of in it.
the way they're really, really awkward to each other afterward, and then there's that line, "We're just kids playing at being adults." Like that's another really good line there. That's that makes it slightly uncomfortable because you're like, I'm not sure if she was totally for this.
No.
But I do see what you're saying.
I think it was definitely. I don't know. Like.
As far as like eroticism go, like Shitsune in the classroom at the end of her
Oh
round,
yeah, that one's good.
that was
I liked Emmy.
woo.
I loved Emmy's where she was in her.
You gotta take
her
off your
bedroom.
socks, and it's like, you're still wearing your socks. Yeah, well, I'm not wearing my legs.
I don't know why, but like, that was attractive.
Girls on top.
Well, yeah, that girl's on top, but also even the anal scene in the like it's good fucking.
That was, I mean, realistic. It was just like, hey, let's give it a try. I'm not sure if this is working, but it was nice.
Lilies are good.
Also, I guess like canonically, you have the most sex with Emmy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because there was a couple of times with Lily, like as soon as like you're her girlfriend, she has sex with you, and then you wake up the next day, and then she has sex with you again.
Yes, yes.
But Emmy, it's like if you got to the point of anal, it's sort of implied that you've been doing it for a while. That's why it's realistic.
Yes. No, and I think I would put Lily lower is because it was kind of like I don't know, it was not.
I mean, you're sitting on bathroom tile for one of them, so I don't know
That's
how
true,
comfortable that would be.
But also Hanako's in that house.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I don't vibe with that personally. I know it's,
Yeah.
but I didn't vibe. I mean, like, I liked. Yeah, no, it was. I've had sex on bathroom tiles before, and I'm just like, I'm imagining it now. I'm just like, not comfortable. No matter how sexy
yeah.
whoever anyone is, not comfortable.
Yeah, you kind of have to get the right.
Also,
position with that, yeah.
As somebody who has had sex with people in the house or in a room that's next to you,
Oh,
many times.
Oh, wow, this guy fucks. But yes, that would be uncomfortable.
It's not comfortable. Not usually.
No, many times. I
So-
just want to stress many times.
I mean, it's not the fact that I've had sex many times. It's the fact that I've had sex many times with people in the same fucking house.
Yeah, no, it's awkward. You want your alone time. you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so best girl story, Rin, then Emmy.
Rin
I-
and Emmy?
Rin's at least artists struggling to find themselves kind of thing. It was a good story.
I would say,
I put Shitsune as last.
best story is. It's kind of strange to say. I think I would say. I'd say Emmy's. I'd say Emmy's the best story.
Emmy's, because she's number 2 for me, because I keep running over the same point, but she feels like just a real girl.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'd say Lily maybe or Hanako. then I'd go Rin.
Hanako was number 3. That was an emotional trip, that one.
Yeah, no.
You don't even think you're going to cry because you're just like, okay, you're shy, you stutter all the time, whatever, it's fine. But
It's more than that.
Then you're just like, oh my God, please don't hate me.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just trying my best, I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying my best, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh man, I was doing a little bit of the 100% stuff just to see the other endings. I couldn't bring myself to get to that fucking scene. As soon as I saw how pissed Hanako was
When she's mad at you, I hate it.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
You just brought back that, like, I know that look that she gives. Oh,
I just mimicked it.
It's terrifying. It's literally terrifying.
Yeah, she stares at you. You see both her eyes fully, and she's like, "Get the fuck out!"
And you're like, what have I done?
Yeah.
I literally, like, I couldn't sleep that night, so I had to finish it. Like, it was, like, really, really laid out.
Yeah. Did you get it initially, you're saying, or?
No.
Were you 100%ing
Yeah,
too?
of course.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But, like, I was just like, fuck that shit. Fuck that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that was
Terrifying. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any character gets that mad at you.
No. And if you're just like, Hanako, I just want to protect you. She's like, you motherfucker.
Exactly, that's
And
what I'm saying.
it's like, whoa, definitely stepped on a landmine.
I don't know.
Well, she doesn't stomp you to death, so that's a plus.
Yeah, she doesn't kill you in this route. So that's
Yeah. Honestly, second worst story is Lily.
Second worst? That's
say
fair.
second-
No, that's fair.
I
That's
say
fair.
second worst, but like none of them are bad. It's still a
No,
well-written
no,
game. Even if Shitsune's route is the weakest, that doesn't mean it's bad, right? But Lily's is second weakest, I think, just because, and I may have mentioned this to you before, it plays very much like a Hollywood thing. The drama in it is that he has to chase her down at the airport at the end there.
Yeah, it's kind of it is
A little
stale.
bit of,
It's a
little
little
bit
stale.
of yeah,
It's a
stale's a
little
good
stale.
word.
It's a little stale.
It's not bad. It's cliches.
fine.
Cliches aren't bad.
You don't
It's
think
just-
about it until after. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Or when you play all of them.
And I mean, as far as like Kino goes, like you have a heart attack and you think she walks away and you think that's it. I mean, she's blind and she's very good hearing, so obviously that wasn't
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But you think that's it. You think you lost her.
Oh, I
but
remember
you tried.
that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up in the hospital and you start hearing the music box that you gave her. And it's like,
So cute.
I know that song. I know that song.
Is that my girl? Has my girl returned?
Yeah, yeah. And
No,
then,
it's such a good. Yeah, no, that's definitely like a pinnacle moment in her story. I think I'm ranking it in the way that I would like. I'm describing like because I just had so many moments of just like
Or you'd
in
watch a movie of it or
Shizune's
something.
and
Oh.
Rin's, and I think that's why I rank them so low because I had the most moments of just like.
Trying to figure out Rin's route, I can see being frustrating, but the girl herself is
No.
Yeah.
There's a few moments where I was upset with her.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
don't think I've ever was upset with Shizune per se, but I was upset with like
her family, and having to
everyone
deal
else.
with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone else in that route is awful.
Yeah.
Here's a fun list: best side character. Now I don't know if you remember all of these guys, but number one for me is going to be the doctor,
Yeah,
the male nurse.
that's fair.
He's
I
the
would-
best character.
I-
He's only in Emmy's route, really, in the prologue and then Emmy's route.
Yeah. I would say the librarian / maid.
Oh yeah. I have
She's-
her as number 4. She's good though.
She's cute.
I included Misha, and I included that little the little squiggly line. I don't know what it's called, but it's next to the 1 on a keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And she always talks like that.
Oh yeah, she has those. little...
He-san, you know.
Yeah. He-chan, yeah.
And then English professor is 3rd. I fucking
Oh
love that
yeah,
guy.
that guy's super fucking.
So chill. He's like, well, you should, if you like science, go into science.
You
dude."
should do science. You would. Be
Well,
good.
I forget what it was, but did he talk to you during Emmy's route? He gives you advice on one of the routes,
He gives
on
you
one
a
of the
route.
girls. I don't know if it's the girls, but on one of the routes, he like takes you aside and says like, "Bro, you got to figure your life out."
Yeah, no, he does that. I think for all of them, kind of.
Yeah,
Like-
and while he is last, I want to say Kenji is a decent character.
I don't like Kenji, but
He
yeah,
is comic relief. Do you like Lily's route a lot? Do you
he's
remember
so
the-
much in Lily's route.
Well, yeah, because he's blind.
Yeah.
He's legally blind. Really
He's
thick
not.
glasses.
He's not
blind.
extremely in Liz. Like probably the first half, he's in her route a lot because like that's setting because the fucking festival's coming up, and he's in her class, so you have to help him, and he's just like, "What are you doing here?" Of the girl, I fucking hate Lily. Like he says, "I hate Lily" or something to me, and I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna fucking
well,
smoke you out, bro.
that's what does it. Well, he just hates feminists, and he's just awkward. Right? He's 4chan, dude.
Yeah, I
you're
know,
you're
I
just
know.
getting mad at 4chan.
I know. I'm just like have PTSD from 4chan or something.
I can't help but think a little bit of Creed when I look at Kenji, though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like Kree could ream me out just as much as Kenji can, or like get a rise out of me.
And I wanna point out though, Shaman's eyes. Do you remember that moment?
Shaman's eyes.
I think it's in Lily's route, or it's Shitsune's. I forget which one, but basically you haven't seen Kenji in a while, and you're just kind of like, "Hey, how you doing, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And Kenji takes off his glasses. Do you remember this?
No.
And let me see if I can pull it up in the game.
Yeah,
but,
maybe
like he's like, "Wow, you look really tired, and are you okay?" And oh, there's the song. I just restarted it by mistake, but oh, you open up the game and it hits you with this fucking song. All right,
Good
anyway, so yeah. Let me just look this up. You talk for a sec.
We're looking at the gallery right now. And
Yeah, the gallery has all the CGs, all the porn stuff. There's the fucking slumber parties.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that one. I love that the one. No.
Oh, he's looking at Lily's sex scenes.
Right
This one?
there. Oh, I love it.
Oh, where she's masturbating.
She does it in front of you, and you're just like watching her, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, and look at this. Look at that one. Oh, that's sweet.
That is a nice moment.
Okay, so that's all Lily. I'm trying to... Oh, fucking Rin, you're watching... Oh, my God. Now I'm getting into it. God damn it.
Fuck this game.
Son of a bitch, yeah.
Classic moments.
Yeah, let me just... Here.
Oh!
Yeah.
There he goes.
Sorry, I'm just showing Dylan that Rin is the only girl he ate out. Anyway, this scene.
Oh. He looks like you. Not you. Like, he looks like Hisao.
A little bit. Yeah, well, he's got the anime boy face.
That's fair.
But he takes off the glasses, and it's sort of like you see a human being now. It's not just a caricature for comic relief for pacing's sake.
I think, yeah, because he has swirly eyes on his glasses.
And he goes into a detail about how he was traumatized about, like, I forget exactly, his mother sat on some glass, and there was blood everywhere, and he says, I'm not tired, these are just shaman's eyes, I've seen a lot of things, and you're just kind of like, Kenji, best girl. It's an emotional moment, and like that's how great this game is that it even gives this fuck ass a nice moment. It's like, dude, can I borrow $20 for pizza?
Yeah, and you're like, okay, are you gonna give it?
We're naked in a bathroom, what are you fucking doing?
yeah He's like, come on, please. And the only way to just I don't know. No, what's the next thing?
Sort of the wrap up, but what did you want to touch on any other of the storylines?
I think I wanted to talk about something. I would want to talk about
Rin, Emmy, Hanako, Lily, Shitsune.
Yeah. Well, I think something to take away from each character or each time like you go through a route is that it's important to read things, because you can like, I don't know how many times I had to go back after reading something.
Yeah, don't fucking gloss over the choices.
Please read everything. And
you need reading
there's a lot of
yeah,
and there's a lot of subtleties. There's a lot of fucking subtleties, like the whole fucking Misha and like comfort her, like we were surprised by it, but like when you think about it retrospectively, like
because she kisses you on the cheek,
she
right?
Kisses you, it's an instigation, really. And if you were really in that situation, I think because we were going through it as like a secondary, like we didn't hit it because we knew about it or something. We didn't click comfort her in our initial route, so we kind of like avoided that whole situation. And I think
no, I did.
I
comforted her. It was not what I was expecting.
So I didn't in my initial route. So I wasn't invested in the moment. like usually when I go back to like get everything else, I usually just kind of read it rather than invest myself because I'm not really fully in that moment anymore where I'm not dragged along with the story. Like it's kind of like stepping into like history and being like, well, I'm here like with no context.
Yeah.
Like you have a small amount of context, but like anyways, after comforting Misha, I was just like, what the fuck is this landmine of like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
But
So
I feel like if I
gotta-
was in the situation of like understanding.
Girl comes to your room by herself, not with her other girl that she's always with, who's your girlfriend, and she kisses you on the cheek, and she says the words like "just for tonight" or something.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that at first, and I said, "Oh, well, poor Misha." And then suddenly there's a sex scene, and I'm like, "All
Suddenly
right, I
you
gotta
lay her
reload."
down, and then yeah. And then you're stripping her naked, and you're just like, okay.
All
But
right.
like I think what's interesting too, and I think this has a lot to do with it, is because this happens through me, and I think you've mentioned it to me, and I identified with that, was that you get lost. Like, you'll daydream while you're reading it. Like, because you're so focused while you're reading it,
A
you're like,
little bit,
you're
yeah.
like visualizing it in your head almost at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
I take a really long time with this game, like longer than just reading through it, because I don't know. There's a lot to take in between the music and the ambiance and like. I do put myself into the character's shoes, so if there's ever a moment where, Rin says I love you, and Hisao doesn't say I love you back, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Immersion
not-
ruined.
yeah. I wasn't about that. I did not consent to his
I
dumbassery.
did not consent to that, yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing, and I think that's a big thing that I wanted to convey to our listeners, is that you'll remember, if you play this game properly and if you have a heart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
you
even
will-
though we've been rambling on and we gave you story points, like, playing through it is different than just listening to us ramble.
Exactly. Like,
But,
we could
yeah.
tell you every little second of this game, but it will never beat
Like, playing
actually
through it.
playing through it. I
That's
mean, like,
And just play it honestly. Don't, like, go for a girl necessarily.
no, play. Yeah. I think,
See if you wind up with Emmy.
yeah. Tell it. We'll create a poll. Who'd you end up with?
Yeah.
See if we all ended up with Emmy. Well, that's the thing. I think going in go in, play it how you would feel like you would play, or
Yeah.
like how you would respond.
And if you wind up on a roof drinking with Kenji,
You're dead. Restart.
then you played wrong.
yeah. Rethink your life. You played wrong.
Just a little too shy on that one, yeah.
Be a little bit more.
I gotta write this down.
Be
so
a
I don't-
Chad in some
Okay,
moments.
I
You're-
just thought of this one, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
But best Hisao.
Best Hisao moments.
Yeah, like, because he's... I don't know, do you agree with me that he's a different character in each route, depending
Oh,
on,
yeah, oh, yeah.
like, choices to get there?
Oh yeah.
Who's the best Hisao?
Definitely not Hanako's. Hanako Hisao is fucking worst boy.
Yeah, you kind of, like, need to strong-arm him
I would
to,
say,
like,
and
not
this is kind of
be
a
white
hot
knight.
take, but like maybe Shizune Hisao, because like he's figured his shit out pretty early on.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? Like, what the fuck? We didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, no, he was just a big Chad immediately.
Like, it was Chad. Like with all the other girls, it's like, oh, we gotta flirt, we gotta like experiment, have moments
be
of
worried,
tenderness,
yeah.
intimacy. Like even Emmy, it takes a while to actually get with her.
Yeah.
Fucking Hanako, you don't even like get an intimate moment until like Act 4 or like at the end of.
I didn't
3.
even think I would have sex with her. Like,
Like that's how much it strung you along. But
Yeah.
like, fucking Shitsune, you learn sign language, and then you learn how to sign "Will you be my girlfriend?" And that's the only time it's ever like that.
yeah,
Every other girl is like, "Oh, let's go on a date," or "Let's have a moment," or
like
something
5
like that.
dates after with Lily, and then you're invited to her
Then you get
thing.
invited to a thing for an intimate, sex scene.
And it's not even like for sure yet. Like it kind of like was a spur of the moment kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes that's real
Shitsune
life.
is just like, babe, you want to fuck? Like you can't say, you can't see it obviously because this is radio, not television. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
doing
you're
the sign
signing.
language.
And she doesn't even ask you. You guys go to her house, like because
Yeah,
she lives somewhere.
she ties you up and has sex with you, and it's like, oh, but he could have struggled. It would have communicated to her.
no,
Like, I don't want this. I don't want this.
Just scream through the tape. I doubt that she put it on tightly or whatever. Anyways, no, and even we joke about it like during the situation, but like during the situation, you're like, pull down your pants. You're like,
oh yeah, no, you'd be into it. I actually never once masturbated to this game.
really? Oh,
That's fine.
really?
No,
Never?
yeah. No, never.
Now I feel like a piece of shit. I've masturbated to all of them.
And that's what's beautiful about it is it's called eroge, right? It's not
Yeah, Eroge. Yeah, no.
the sex is not the point.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
And it's hard to find. Okay, for anyone who wants to make more visual novels out there, and especially like eroge novels, because eroge novels are, I get.
Dying breed or something.
I've played a lot of hentai novels, or like visual novels. Obviously, we played Meat and Fuck, which is like the fucking below tier, like.
Yeah, that's just low tier, entry tier,
as entry tier as porn, which I could get into a whole thing of like make porn better, make porn more.
Yeah. He's a
interesting.
coomer, everyone.
Exactly.
But no, I get what you mean. I like that it's mature storytelling, and it's just like the sex is just part of the intimacy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't actually gone through all of the stories yet because I wanted to work through Lily's first just to get a feel for,
Of course.
You for the conversation. But I'm curious how the moment like with Rin happens. Not the first one, because I remember. Like, I put it together after a while because I thought about it.
Yeah, you were confused for a while.
No, like we talked about it just on this thing. I mean, like when she wanted to masturbate but couldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's. You were speaking about subtlety. I didn't even realize that until I was thinking about it too much.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot. I feel like this conversation that we're having now is built up over like we played this game like.
Oh, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah. And we're still.
That's how much it stuck with us.
Yeah,
though.
no, like that's the thing.
That's how much we look at other visual novels and we're like, the fuck, this isn't Katawa Shoujo.
Yeah, this isn't even close.
Yeah, it's like we started with the best one, and now the rest is shit.
I also have to say that and this isn't always going to be applicable, but like this is applicable because for me, but like I played it at a point in my life where I think I was just stressed out and I needed something to enjoy. And I'm not a big reader, and I'm not a big...
Yeah. It's comfort food, really.
Yeah.
Because it, like, even as far as Shitsune's route, it gives you a story where you connect with, like, really nice people.
Yeah.
Even Kenji, in the last moments, is kind of a bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Drinking on the roof with him, he's just like, it's you and me, man. It's a manly picnic. And it's like, oh, that's nice. Until you die.
Until you die.
But in that moment, you had a best friend.
Yeah, only to die.
Yeah.
And it'd be Kenji, be your best friend.
So I think, just for my money, the best Tasao would probably be Emi's route.
That's fair.
Because there was never a moment in his route. There were some in the other ones, but there was never a moment in Emi's route where I was like, Hasao, what the fuck are you doing? He's just like, go to the track. Be cool with her, be cool with the mom, kind of ask her, hey, what's going on? And then Emi is the one who's being unreasonable, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, let me just leave. And he's like, that's so mature.
Yeah.
He's such a Chad in that one.
No, yeah, he is good in that one. You got to forgive me a lot of the time. Because it's been 3 years.
3 years.
We tried playing it again, but like, I don't know, there's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going back to, but
you never have your first time again.
That's it. Too.
I actually, I did Hanako's route before we had this podcast, like the entirety of it, not just like jumping around scenes or whatever. Oh, that was a trip.
When did you do that? Recently?
Yeah, recently.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Hanako's route is like, like brace. I don't know, brace for the whole game. Fuck it.
No, literally brace for the whole game. But like, there will be never a moment where like, you can unsee something like like it's all. Nothing's gonna fuck you up like Doki. You know what I mean? Like,
it's nothing like that.
There's nothing that's gonna.
It's not the beta version.
No, yeah.
You're not gonna die.
But also, don't make Hanako mad, or I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's the scariest moment. Is just pissing a girl off.
And I like how Hanako, it's both her route. Like, they still managed to get her terrifying, even in, like, not the fucking beta version.
Yeah, not the beta version where she's just like, I see dead people, and she stomps you to death.
Classic.
That's so edgy. I love it. It's implied, like, by people online, maybe, but just, like, in the neutral and sort of bad endings of Rin's route, she commits suicide. That's reading into it.
I always, to be honest, I thought that was going to be a part of her route anyways. Like, honestly, like, there was times where I was like,
you get a Warhol thing going on there.
Don't fucking pull that
Warhol
shit
didn't
on
kill
me.
himself. What am I saying?
Well, yeah.
But tortured artist is what I'm saying.
But remember when
Van Gogh, I should have
when
said
she
Van
wouldn't
Gogh.
be there so many times. I'm like, don't you fucking pull a Doki on me. Like, don't you fucking me show up and she's
Oh my
fucking dead.
God.
Or like, I'm like,
Well,
fuck
the moment in the studio when you have your first intimate moment is sort of like that.
Even when you're on the good route, it's like there's a lot of choices that are kind of risky. Like, you kind of like, you're like, am I making the right choice?
I had to do one of them when you're talking to her by her easel. I forget exactly what the conversation is. I had to redo that like 3 times.
Save before the choices, always, especially with Rin. Yeah.
Because here's what's fucky. They don't let you save when you're on the choices. At least I don't think so.
I think you can. I think you could. It seems.
Yeah.
kind of-
Okay. All right. Well, maybe. Anyway.
If you couldn't, then that's even. Sorry. Sucks. But get good.
You got to get good. A visual novel. All right. Did you have any parting thoughts?
Lily,
else?
best girl, obviously.
Well, I was gonna say best girl on 3, and then we say it.
Okay.
Okay. Best girl on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lily, if you're retarded. Rin, best girl.
All right. All right.
He looks so defeated over there. Anyway, yeah, this was really fun.
Yeah.
Check out the game. It's free.
It's fucking free. You can have the greatest experience in a visual novel.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. If you
Why aren't you playing this game?
If you played Doki Doki Literature Club and you said, "Hey, all this like super serious horror suicide stuff is great and all, but I kind of like the first half better."
Yeah, I liked talking to the girls.
Oh man, and looking back, Doki Doki's first half is very, very bare bones, obviously.
Yeah, that's true too.
But this is real shit. Check out Katawa Shoujo.
This is real life.
Yeah, Emmy is real life, really.
Kinda.
Okay,
All right.
that was good.
Yeah. Good
Anything you want to say? Rin, best girl. Rin, best girl. Rin, best girl.
job. Lily, best girl.
Rin, best girl. Rin.
Lily.
No,